A question frequently echoes in the private corners of the internet, in late-night search histories, and in quiet conversations. It's a question surrounded by many myths, a lot of anxiety, and a significant amount of misinformation. What genuinely happens to your body, specifically your prostate, if you engage in masturbation every single day? The whispers circulating online might suggest it is a dangerous activity, potentially capable of causing damage, leading to inflammation, or even worse outcomes. The prevalence of fear-mongering is undeniably real. However, what does the actual scientific evidence indicate? The truth is genuinely shocking, and it is almost certainly not what individuals have been led to believe. To truly grasp this surprising reality, it is first necessary to become acquainted with the primary player involved, the prostate gland itself. So, what exactly is it? Simply put, the prostate functions as a small walnut-sized gland, forming a part of the male reproductive system. Its main responsibility involves producing the fluid that both nourishes and transports sperm, which is commonly known as semen. It is situated directly below the bladder and positioned in front of the rectum. Despite its modest size, this gland plays an immensely significant role in a man's overall health, particularly as he advances in age. And precisely because of its critical importance, it also stands as a considerable source of anxiety for many. You have likely encountered various claims and myths that frequently circulate in places like locker rooms and on numerous internet forums. These claims suggest that frequent masturbation can somehow wear out the prostate, potentially leading to chronic inflammation, a medical condition referred to as prostatitis. Or, perhaps the most concerning myth, that it could in some way increase an individual's risk of developing prostate cancer. These fears are quite understandable. Prostate cancer stands as one of the most common cancers diagnosed among men. Therefore, any factor that might potentially influence that risk is treated with extreme seriousness. For many decades, these prevalent fears largely went unchallenged, often dismissed merely as old wives' tales or perhaps as moral warnings disguised as health advice. However, then, researchers at one of the world's most prestigious universities made the decision to cease guessing. They resolved to put these enduring myths to a rigorous test through a massive long-term scientific study. And what their findings revealed did not simply challenge these long-held myths. It completely obliterated them. This groundbreaking research entirely changed the ongoing conversation about both masturbation and prostate health forever. So, what precisely is this shocking secret? What did the scientific investigation ultimately unveil? The landmark study under discussion originates from a well-known institution, Harvard University, specifically its Tichon School of Public Health. And this was by no means a small-scale survey. The researchers diligently followed nearly 32,000 men for a period spanning almost 2 decades, meticulously tracking their individual lifestyles and various health outcomes. One of the pivotal data points they carefully examined was the frequency of ejaculation. When the researchers conducted their analysis of the extensive data, the results were nothing short of stunning. They truly embodied the very definition of, "You won't believe it." Here is the profound revelation. The study discovered that men who reported a high frequency of ejaculation experienced a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. To reiterate, because it bears repeating, a greater frequency of ejaculation was demonstrably linked to a reduced risk of prostate cancer. The numerical findings were both specific and highly significant. Men who ejaculated 21 or more times per month exhibited up to a 33% lower risk of contracting prostate cancer when compared to men who ejaculated only 4 to 7 times per month. This groundbreaking finding stands in complete opposition to the long-held fears. Far from being a harmful practice, the evidence overwhelmingly pointed towards a powerful protective effect. This was not merely an isolated fluke. These compelling results have subsequently been supported by other independent research, including a major Australian study that identified a strikingly similar protective correlation. So, the crucial question that emerges is, why? How could something seemingly so simple exert such a profound impact on the health of the prostate gland? Scientists currently propose a few leading theories, all of which logically make a great deal of sense. The first, and arguably most widely accepted, is frequently referred to as the prostate stagnation hypothesis. To visualize this, consider the prostate's tiny ducts as miniature pipes. This theory suggests that regular ejaculation actively aids in flushing out these very pipes. This physiological process helps to clear away old cells, accumulated secretions, and any potentially harmful substances or carcinogens before they have the opportunity to linger within the prostate, which could otherwise cause inflammation and potentially trigger the cellular changes that might lead to cancer. It essentially operates as a natural and efficient cleansing mechanism for the gland. The second prevailing theory centers around cellular health. Every single time a cell undergoes division, there exists a tiny inherent chance of a genetic error occurring, a mutation that could, in turn, lead to the development of cancer. The hypothesis here posits that frequent ejaculation promotes a much healthier cycle of cellular turnover within the prostate. It actively encourages the prostate to replace its old, potentially damaged cells with new, healthy ones more efficiently, thereby significantly reducing the window of opportunity for any cancerous cells to establish themselves and begin to multiply. And a third important idea connects to the crucial roles of stress and inflammation. It is well established that chronic inflammation is a major risk factor for the development of many different types of cancer. The act of ejaculation itself is intrinsically linked to a notable reduction in both physical tension and psychological stress. By consistently lowering an individual's stress levels, one might also concurrently be lowering the body's overall inflammatory response, which would naturally contribute to fostering a healthier internal environment specifically for the prostate gland. Therefore, when all these scientific findings are considered together, the science clearly paints a cohesive picture. Regular ejaculation, whether it occurs through sexual intercourse with a partner or through masturbation, appears to play a remarkably significant role in actively maintaining a healthy prostate. This is achieved by effectively cleaning out the system, promoting healthy cellular turnover, and potentially reducing inflammation within the gland. It represents a powerful combination of beneficial effects. So, while this scientific understanding is incredibly valuable for comprehending long-term health and assessing cancer risk, it is acknowledged that for many individuals, the primary concern is not solely about the distant future. Instead, it revolves around the frustrating symptoms they might be experiencing in the present moment. These symptoms include waking up multiple times during the night to urinate, that persistent and annoying sensation that one cannot completely empty their bladder, or experiencing a weak urinary stream that is simply frustrating. If these descriptions resonate, it is worth pausing for a moment to share something specific. There is a fascinating video presentation that reportedly reveals a powerful spring water juice based on an unusual Asian remedy. This remedy is said to target the root cause of these very symptoms, what they describe as a hidden prostate clog. It is reportedly designed to provide fast relief for those exact issues. You can point your phone camera at the QR code displayed on the screen to watch it, and it will open directly on your phone. A direct link is also provided as the top pinned comment below the video. You can open it in a new tab, and then return to continue covering the broader picture of prostate health. Alright, regarding the rest of the bigger picture concerning prostate health, you might be thinking that this information is incredible, and questioning if frequent ejaculation is a magic bullet. Is it a guaranteed way to prevent prostate cancer? This is precisely where a responsible and comprehensive look at the larger picture is necessary. The answer is not exactly. It is absolutely crucial to understand that this research demonstrates a very strong correlation, but not necessarily a direct one-to-one causation. What does this distinction mean? It implies that while the observed link is indeed powerful, there could potentially be other contributing factors involved. For instance, it is possible that men who report a higher frequency of ejaculation also tend to maintain other generally healthier lifestyle habits, and it is this combined set of behaviors that collectively leads to their reduced risk. The key takeaway here is that ejaculation frequency is likely just one important piece of a much larger and more complex puzzle when it comes to maintaining optimal prostate health. It is emphatically not a license to disregard or ignore everything else. Think of it as one powerful tool within your health toolbox, but you will also require other tools as well. So, what are these other essential tools? Firstly, diet is critically important. Diets that are rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats are strongly linked to better prostate health outcomes. Foods that contain lycopene, such as tomatoes, watermelon, and grapefruit, are considered particularly beneficial. Green tea and foods abundant in omega-3 fatty acids, like various types of fish, are also excellent additions to one's diet. Secondly, exercise plays a vital role. Regular physical activity significantly helps individuals maintain a healthy weight, which is enormously important. Obesity is a well-known risk factor for more aggressive forms of prostate cancer. Even just 30 minutes of moderate exercise on most days of the week can make a substantial difference in promoting prostate health. Thirdly, it is advisable to avoid smoking and to limit alcohol consumption. Both of these habits are known to lead to an increased risk of various cancers and can negatively impact an individual's overall health. And finally, and perhaps most importantly of all, maintaining a proactive stance towards your health is indispensable. Nothing, neither diet, nor exercise, nor ejaculation frequency, can replace the essential need for regular medical checkups. This is particularly true for men over the age of 40 or 50, or for those individuals with a family history of prostate cancer. Engaging in a discussion with your doctor about available screening options, such as the PSA blood test, represents the single most effective way to detect any potential problems at an early stage, when they are typically most treatable. So, let us circle all the way back to our original and truly shocking question. What precisely does daily masturbation do to your prostate? The unbelievable truth, which is firmly backed by top-tier scientific research, is that far from being the harmful act that myths and baseless fears have portrayed it to be, it might actually be one of the simplest and most natural actions you can undertake to contribute significantly to a healthier prostate over the long term. It is not a comprehensive cure-all. It is not a replacement for embracing a healthy lifestyle and diligently attending regular doctor visits. However, the existing evidence is compelling and highly persuasive. A healthy sex life, which unequivocally includes masturbation, acts as a valuable partner, not an adversary, in the ongoing pursuit of long-term prostate health. If you found this information valuable and desire more health myths to be debunked with genuine science, please consider liking the video, as it significantly helps the channel. Ensure you are subscribed and have clicked the notification bell so you do not miss the next video. And now, the source invites you to share what other men's health myths you have encountered that you would like them to investigate next, by dropping them in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.